Okay, quick question. Have you ever watched two people play cribbage, jabbing little pegs into a wooden board, yelling stuff like 15-2, 15-4, and a pair for 6, and just nodded along like you understood? Yeah, me too, for years. Everyone tells you cribbage is hard to learn, but here's the twist. It's actually one of the simplest card games out there, once somebody explains it like a normal human instead of a dusty old rule book. Today I'm showing you exactly how to play cribbage, the cards, the board, the crib, the scoring, all of it, in plain English. So by the end of this video, you could sit at any table and actually play. So if you've ever wanted to learn cribbage without feeling stupid, stick around, because the scoring trick everyone struggles with is way easier than you think. Alright, let's start basic. Cribbage, people just call it crib, is a card game usually for two people, though you can play with 3 or 4. It's old. Some guy in England invented it almost 400 years ago. And honestly, the fact that we're still playing it says something, right? Here's the whole game in one sentence. You score points by making certain card combinations, and the first person to hit 121 points wins. That's it. Now, that wooden board with rows of holes and little pegs, people think it's complicated. It's just a fancy scoreboard. You move a peg forward for every point, instead of writing numbers on paper. Here's what you need: a standard 52-card deck, a cribbage board, or honestly, paper and pencil works too, and 2 pegs per player if you're using the board. Real quick, this channel is all about taking games that seem confusing, board games, card games, party games, and breaking them down so simply anyone can pick them up in one sitting. If that sounds useful, hit subscribe and drop a like. It genuinely helps this channel grow so I can keep making these. Okay, back to cribbage. Let's deal some cards. Each player gets 6 cards if it's just 2 of you playing. Here's the first weird cribbage word, the crib. After looking at your 6 cards, you pick 2 and put them face down in a separate pile. Do this every hand. Both players contribute 2 cards, so the crib ends up with 4 cards total. Now here's the sneaky part. Whoever dealt the cards, the dealer, gets to use the crib as an extra hand at the end. So if you're not the dealer, be careful what you throw in. You might hand your opponent free points. After the crib's set aside, the deck gets cut and 1 more card flips face up. This is the starter card. Everyone uses it later for counting points. Funny rule: if that starter card is a jack, the dealer instantly gets 2 points, called his heels. No, I don't know why. Cribbage loves weird old names. Now each player has 4 cards left. This part's called the play. Take turns placing 1 card face up, calling out the running total of all cards played. Face cards count as 10, everything else is its own number, and ace is always just 1. Golden rule: the running total can never go over 31. If you can't play without going over, you say go, and your opponent keeps playing until they hit 31 or also get stuck. If someone hits exactly 31, that's worth 2 points. If play just stops below 31 because both people are stuck, whoever played the last card gets 1 point instead. During the play, if the total hits exactly 15, you score 2 points. Same for pairs. If you play a card matching the last one played, that's 2 points too. 3 of the same rank in a row is 6 points, and 4 in a row is a huge 12 points. If you play 3 cards in a row that form a sequence, like 4, 5, 6, in any order they were played, that's a run worth 1 point per card. So 3 points for 3 cards, 4 for 4, and so on. I know that's a lot at once, but after 2 or 3 hands, your brain just starts recognizing it automatically. It's like riding a bike, awkward first, then suddenly natural. Once all cards are played, this is where cribbage gets really interesting. Everyone counts their hand's value, using their 4 original cards plus the starter card. So really, 5 cards. You're looking for the same combos as before: 15s, pairs, runs. But now you count every possible combination hiding in those 5 cards, not just the order they came in. There's also a bonus called a flush. If all 4 cards in your hand are the same suit, that's 4 points. And if the starter card matches 2, that's 5. Quick note: in the crib specifically, a flush only counts if all 5 cards, crib plus starter, match suits perfectly. 4 matching in the crib alone scores nothing. One more sneaky bonus: if you're holding the jack that matches the starter card's suit, that's called his nobs, worth 1 extra point. The non-dealer counts first, then the dealer counts their own hand, and finally flips over the crib and counts that too, since the crib belongs to the dealer. You repeat all of this: deal, crib, play, count, alternating who deals, until somebody's peg crosses that 121st hole. Game over. You've just played cribbage. I know that was a lot of new words: crib, starter card, pegs, 15s, his nobs. Cribbage has its own little language, but strip away the vocabulary and it's really just deal, hide 2 cards, play while counting to 31, then count your combos for points. If this finally made cribbage click, smash that like button and drop a comment telling me who you're going to teach this to first. I read every one. If you know someone who's always wanted to learn cribbage, share this video with them. And if you want more simple, no-nonsense game breakdowns, subscribe. I've got a lot more coming. Thanks for hanging out. See you next time.